by our community in Denton. You're welcome, I'm giving you a break. Oh man, he was on the stage earlier playing Salty Jeopardy. He is the winner of Best Comic in Denton, as voted by the Damn Awards in our community. And he is also the co-host of the Brave Boys podcast, which is a live recorded comedy podcast. Please welcome to the stage, Taylor Higginbotham.
They asked me to bring some sex to the show, so I'm going to do that. No, I think they got me on to look like the exact opposite of everyone you've seen. I was in the hospital on Friday. Like I had an IV in my arm, and I was being treated for things. And the nurse was just very quiet, wasn't talking to me, trying not to make eye contact. Then right before I doubled my student debt, essentially, she turned to me and she was like, "You look like Aquaman, so bye." Okay, I can't really own that. Like, is Aquaman hanging out at the Denton Medical City Center at 2 p.m. on a Friday? No, he's not. That's the answer to that question. I always get nervous before shows. I asked Kurt, I was like, "Can I curse on this show?" But then there's like titties behind me. I think Is this a clean set? Clean set. Give it up to Salty Lady Burlesque for this show. What the hell else would you be doing right now other than getting slight indigestion while watching people dance? I made two very odd burps while someone took a top off. It was everyone was cheering. I was like, "You do it! You do it! We're naked now." I work at that bar. You can see it through that window. Past this senior photo photographer right here in this window. Sometimes I work the front door, and that's where time doesn't exist. Because, let me explain, that's what I'm doing. Why would I say let me explain? That's like my whole job right now. Sometimes I'm at the front door and I'm having to check IDs, and I'll check the ID of a woman who's clearly 55 years old, because it's my fucking job. And she's like, "No, you're really checking my ID?" My husband's in the oil field, but he'd be so mad right now. And then I do, and then there's also the people that you don't check their ID, you're like, "You're not gonna check our IDs? What an insult to my age. You're 50-fucking-5. You're old, just go in and get a beer. You deserve it. You went through the Depression or something." I hate them. That's where time doesn't exist. And like I had these four ladies come in, and they were all in black, like they were at a funeral but trying to impress each other. But they're all in black. 3 of them went by, early 60-year-olds. It's totally fine. Cheers, have a good time. And the last lady came in with a crutch, and I don't mean emotionally, like physically. She came in with a crutch and stopped and was like, "Hey, you didn't check my ID." I was like, "Well, you graduated with those ladies. It's fine. Just walk right by, please." Well, she didn't win, so she had to say something. "Well, you don't make me feel very greeted right now. You're the door greeter." "I'm a security guard, actually. If I was a door greeter, I would be the worst at whatever." What I said was, "There's our beer board, and we have every drink available, so please go ask for 2 limes, or whatever you're gonna do in there." She's like, "Well, she hadn't even gotten in what I'm trying to say is she hasn't even gotten in the door, and she was asking for the manager." Well, she did. She asked for the manager, and somebody that I worked with said that he was a man.
What?
I've never told that story on stage, and I think I'm gonna edit it. I do love working at the bar. I love listening to all your conversations. Like, I heard 2 people break down what they thought La La Land meant. Best conversation I've ever heard in my life. I also saw this group of, I'm going to describe, that I know you just hate, but I'm going to describe Southern man right now. I was like, square toe boots, $200 jeans, the Carhartt shirt. They look like Westworld employees. They're 22 years old and they're 6'8" and 300 pounds. And like, my mother made me drink 2 gallons of milk a day. I'm the Southern Gaston. I use antlers in all of my decorating. There's a group of those dudes sitting at a table, and this girl walked by, and they all checked her out, and I swear to whatever you believe. The guy turned back real cool and was like, man, you see the dumper on her? He called it the dumper. I've seen a baby with a full diaper and I didn't call that a dumper. He called it a dumper. Man, you see the buttocks on that girl? I bet she shits with that ass. Man, I'll bet she ingests food and her body breaks it down and her digestive system like starts to absorb the nutrients, and I'll bet she poops out of that beautiful bottom of hers. Man, you see the tits on that girl that just came in here, man? I want you to know that I saw them too, so you know that you have like a small library of what I like in boobs. Because I want you to know that I'm straight at all times, my man, because it's very important to me, dude. Also, I think about vaginas all the time. I want to be a little tiny baby again and crawl up inside one. I just want to be just me and my boots and my hat, just crawling up inside of a vagina again, because I'm straight and stuff. What's up, dude? Every day, I don't like to judge books by their covers, but if it's that book, I'm not going to read it. I don't give a shit. I read stacks of those all the time, and they act like hardcovers, but they're definitely softbacks. Like, are you throwing money at me? I have depression. Which one of you girls took a shit? Fucking dumper on that girl. I went through a breakup a couple months ago, and my favorite thing about it, yes. My favorite thing about it was my friends trying to make me feel better. They'd say things like, man, you gotta date yourself, dude. Take all that love you give to other people and date yourself. I tried it. I gotta get out of this fucking relationship. We fight every day over stupid, like where to eat in public. He hogs all the covers. Sex is good though. Real good. We always come at the same time. But I always feel like he's thinking about someone else. Love can make you do crazy things. I have a test to that. Like for instance, I used to inject hydrocodone intended for a paraplegic wiener dog into my foot because I love drugs so much.
Wow.
No, I used to have a real good drug problem, a real tight one, fucking dope. And they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and I've tried to kill myself twice, so I'm getting pretty swole. So going back to the gym, my gym is a toaster. I was marked off dark turn. Good, okay, cool. I have a girlfriend now who has baby fever, and so do I, but I can't say that very often. Like if my girlfriend goes to a wedding and she comes back, she's like, I saw Max and a little tiny baby and all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, oh my God, she has a little baby. I can't do that. I can't walk up to my friends and be like, I want a baby, guys. And I'm gonna get one. Because that's what that means. Like if a man is walking around going, I want a baby, I have baby fever, I'm gonna get one. I'm gonna get a baby. I have baby fever right now. No, not ibuprofen, dude. I'm gonna get a baby. It's terrifying. Look at me. I was called Aquaman at a hospital. Look at me. Awful. I'm like a string bean if the string bean decided to be a bassist in a church band. I think I want to be a parent because I want parents' adrenaline. I always say like a parent break through glass to get to their child, or lift a car to save their baby. It's kind of too bad adrenaline doesn't make you a better parent, though. If there's a car on a baby, that's a dead baby. If you saw a car on a baby, you're late to that baby. It's not like the baby's bench pressing the car and you're spotting it like, come on! You had the Nissan last week, let's do this! Can't even get a Tiguan. I had a friend who was like, man, if you could put Tiguan in a set, dude, I'll give you $10. See them tits? I know, I got $12. All for Tiguan. And I working at a bar, I see this a lot, and I hope you do too. This bit requires me to be relatable. Couples that look alike. Like any couple, anywhere, at any time that looks similar to their partner. It's just like, the only thing I want to, like, I check their IDs, and even their IDs are similarly indie, and I get them back, and I'm like, just go fuck yourself. You know? I said that joke once, and this guy stopped me off stage, and he's like, they're called doppelbangers. But then he left. If I wasn't in shock, I would have hugged the man for changing my life and introducing me to a new word. I should have followed him to see if he was going to go meet up with his wife. We're both the same person. You wouldn't believe that comedian called us, he said go fuck yourself. I cannot believe that. You are absolutely right. That sucks. I know, right? Fuck that guy. Let's go get some Golden Corral. I can't put this mic back on the stand. This stand is not made for this. Hold on, you guys want to hear like a couple more things? You guys are good. If it was a bad audience, I'd say something really nice and leave, but I'm gonna say something mean and try to stay on stage. All right. Who here is afraid of spiders? We should hang out. Oh my god, I hate them. They're fucking, I'm sorry. You know what? I love you guys. You guys are good. Like, no one does comedy in the daylight. I need certain lighting. What were those, like, don't tell your friends you saw this. Tell them you think I'm funny, but don't tell them you saw me at... What time is it?
3 p.m.
It's 3 p.m. Don't tell them you saw me at 3 p.m. I'll lose all of my reputation. I'm a noon man. I want to make a movie called Shakes on a Plane starring Michael J. Fox. Who would perform Shakespeare on a plane? Like I mentioned before, I have a drug problem. You can't get Mermaid Man off a horse. Okay, I'm sorry. It's a seahorse at that point. Does Aquaman, when he does heroin, is a seahorse? Okay. That's not related. No, I had a drug problem. Thankfully, I had a sponsor, and I just want to thank Mountain Dew for helping me through all those problems. Livewire. The orange one. Baja Blast. I can be really hard on people, and especially when they're grinding on me in the club. I saw a shirt that said, join the fight against muscular atrophy, and I was like, you don't need that many people. Usually like one guy. You can just mow them all down. Join us! There's more than you would think. I served in Iraq. You're welcome. Chili's was hiring, so I served Southwestern egg rolls to the northern parts of Iraq.
Thank you for your service.
You were there? You probably didn't tip. Hey, tip! Well, I'll leave you on this one. All work and no play. Sounds like my theater production was canceled last minute. Can I just throw this down? I don't know.